Hi, I'm Kitty
good enough.
Kirishima. You know this because you're on my channel, and I'm a depressed anemic bitch. And I was supposed to make individual videos about this, but not anymore. We're gonna talk about RWBY and our favorite characters from RWBY. Maybe because the people here so on RWBY. Yeah, I spoke. Your turn.
I'm Nemesis Bloodrock. I'm the one guy here with an audience. That's me. I do the silly voices.
It's your game, you fucking suck. RWBY hater! RWBY hater! Who is
He also does the silly voices. Hey, Robert.
Oh my god.
He's the Luigi to Mario, except people like me more. So technically, I'm the Luigi and he's the Luigi too.
Hmm.
I was gonna say Waluigi, but people like Waluigi more than Luigi as well.
Oh no.
Did Huan even introduce himself, or
He did.
Did he?
that was an introduction?
Oh.
Oh, take
okay.
it.
Yeah. Wait, it's my turn.
Yeah, it's your
Yes,
turn.
your turn.
Introduce yourself, Lulu.
We're just going
okay.
in.
My name. Hi, I'm Lulu /Ash/Galawarp. You know, that one bitch on Twitter who drew the bees getting stabbed. But other than that, I'm here and I draw shit as well.
Yeah,
Hey.
support her art. She's very good.
Support me, please. I'm a
Give her
bitch.
the coin. Give her the money.
Please.
Also, that was like an
Point to your
Utena reference, right?
song.
That drawing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You and
A
Flo
lot
have
of
been
people
doing
didn't.
that.
Yeah, we've been just Utena shit posting.
And I swear, I
And nobody gets it.
I swear you guys speak
was
like another
great.
language because you've watched Utena, and like I just
Practically.
yeah. I
That's
can't
basically it.
understand you guys anymore.
It's basically an inside joke at this
Yeah.
point.
Mhm.
That's the dog, not the JoJo character.
Or the real guy. Dio.
Oh, Dio! Little Dio. That's
might be
Nemesis'
Little
dog.
Dio?
Nemesis has a dog named
Stop.
Dio.
He just never stops. You could give him
That's
you could pamper him to
cute.
death and he would still not stop. He could die and he'll still keep going.
Fucking pay- You thought I was dead, but that was me. Bark, 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 dog. You're the dog. I'm a ghost dog.
Are you supposed to be Zora or Crocodile? You kind of swap between the two there.
Eventually, we'll get to
Niall,
talking about
Niall.
RWBY, but right now, let's
RWBY.
talk about
Start,
dogs.
It's doggo hour.
Title
It's
suggests which
real
Let's start
doggo
about
hours.
dogs. So, whose favorite character is Marrow?
I love her.
He's
So,
kind
I'll
of
put him on.
husbando. Let me be
Somewhat.
honest. He's kind of husbando level for me right now.
Husbando level.
The only husbando
That's
is Tommy Wiseau.
interesting. No, that's
There
not.
goes the big fucking mammoth.
Oh yeah, that mammoth who got like totally
See?
punked.
Let's go. I have my taste.
Are you laughing at our incredibly
Mine.
sophisticated kinks? No, it's mine. As well. I'm
Yes.
just feeling it. Grim are amazing.
No,
Yeah.
silence.
They're so hard to kill.
Like, why wouldn't you want to go out with someone who could die the moment they slip on a rock? A rock, yes.
Insurance?
Wait, are the Grim
Oh
athlete
yeah,
level?
get that
Yeah,
insurance.
insurance.
Gotta get that life
Big
insurance.
claim, and you don't even do anything to them. They'll just die on a clipboard.
Let the Grim play at the Olympics. They wouldn't win anything. They're that shit.
I'd love to see Grim Olympics and just
A
every single
Beowulf
event
just
is
trying to
failure.
jump over hurdles, but fucking but
Yeah, Grim Olympics, including
Tripping
Salem.
over.
Salem goes for the high jump, but then her stupid cloak gets caught on the fucking bar and she just crashes straight down.
Aww.
At least she's immortal. She'll have an eternity to get over the embarrassment.
Yep.
you're talking about
It'll never go away.
Right, yeah.
this season.
Well,
RWBY has seasons?
Volumes,
Oh,
because it's like a
wow.
book.
louder,
A
and
very shitty book.
Alright, do you guys want to
Only
get
for-
into the thing?
oh,
Yeah.
The thing we were supposed to do?
we are
Oh,
talking
Phantom
about
Menace.
our favorite
I think
characters.
my favorite
Okay.
character is the Qui-Gon Jinn was the
Okay.
There is always a fish.
All right, so this is how we're gonna do it. We're gonna go episode by episode, and then pick the character that had like the best moment of each episode. Like how I do my character of the week, except my reasons for not doing it because I'm a depressive anemic bitch. But whatever.
Oh, you poor
My
thing.
Sí, pobrecita soy.
That's not me.
Oh.
All right. So, let's start off with the first episode of volume 7. We're in 7. Yeah.
Volume
Oh,
6?
do-
Yeah.
Do I have to episode? I'd love to, because nothing happens, really.
They get to Atlas. Atlas kind of bad.
Team fly on plane, Crow's voice change, land down, talk to old man, Penny show up, the Brit attack, and then also the end, and then the Aesop steal, and Clover stares straight at Ruby's nethers as they take the lamp, and then they...
What?
Oh,
I don't remember that, and I'm dying right now.
I don't remember that either.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Kitty, you poor thing.
I'm gonna die soon, guys. I'm gonna die. It's just so bad.
No.
I'm just kidding. Okay.
Just hold out a little longer.
Actually, y'all forgot something. Blake and Yang just being insufferable because they're like, oh my god, this
Why would
city
you need
sucks.
to bring that up?
Everyone started talking
Oh,
at the same
yeah.
time the moment you mentioned that. Everyone at the same time.
I'm not gonna talk about Ruby.
Honestly,
shit.
I was more pissed off by the Weiss throwing the guy in the bin, because
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that was really weird.
Man, like I have.
Remember,
It's like
like-
she wasn't thinking about consequences.
a guy calls Blake a faunus, and then she throws him
Oh,
into a bin.
Yeah, pretty
And
much.
He's like,
After
Faunus like you, and-
like
I'm not
they
That's
foreigners show up in this foreign country to them, and they're like, man, what a fucking dump. And he's like, no, fuck you, this is my home, we're just in a bad spot. And then like I mean, Blake tried to like
Weiss is like,
deal
He
with
tried
it.
to de-escalate it,
You're right,
but
yeah.
Weiss made it worse by tossing the guy in the
And then they
trash.
ran away.
Throw that guy into the.
And then Yang punched a robot.
Oh yeah, that too.
She punched the
They
shit
did
out of
a
that
lot
drone.
of weird
It did
shit
nothing
this
wrong.
episode. I mean, I feel like it was a good starting episode considering what we like were told could have been like the start of this volume, because apparently this stuff we saw in this episode was supposed to be in the finale of 6. I'm kind of glad it wasn't that though.
Yeah, glad that it got separated.
I suppose.
Yeah.
What happened? It's meh.
It's weird to me, because like the first 5 volumes, I think all have really good first episodes.
Yes, even volume 5.
Even volume 5, I think the first episode of volume 5 is really good, even though volume 5 is a gigantic pile of crap.
Mhm.
6 and 7 came along, and I'm just hoping they go back and fix that issue, because show everyone was like, it's really good, and I was like, hey.
I'm in the middle, so fuck you, Nemi.
Oh.
It's been okay.
Look
I
at me
didn't
drop
like
in
the
art
first episode
supplies.
that much.
Nice. That's what I needed.
Oh no, all your Copics.
I do.
Markers I haven't
Character.
used, actually. Different ones.
I
I
don't
hoard
know
art
what
supplies.
you-
Bootleg Copics.
First 3.
Are those a thing? Because I would love cheaper markers.
Any
Copics are
colored bean, I
fucking
would-
expensive.
Of
Hey,
course
Katie,
they're expensive.
Go and just let loose the secret of your character of the week.
By episode 1.
Everyone knows what it is because that's the only video I released on YouTube.
It's got the really good drawing.
Yes, I
Okay.
really love
Which
that drawing of
one?
Penny.
Let Kitty explain why she chose
Oh,
Penny,
okay.
you know?
Oh yeah,
Fine.
right. Okay, so I chose Penny because I'm basic and she's adorable, and y'all know how that works with me. I liked. I mean,
the
we
little
all
Miss Malachite.
like we kind of like already knew that they were gonna bring her back, but I like that they brought her back as like a symbol for Atlas because of like the tragedy that was linked to it. Like they tried to like turn this tragedy into like rise from the ashes and do something positive after something horrifying happened. Like I liked that aspect of bringing her back. I don't like being cynical. I do know people hate it that they brought her back and they're like, "Oh, but what about consequences?" And it's like, she's a fucking robot. It's fine.
I mean, Pietro basically the consequences for Penny being alive.
Uh-huh.
Bothers me that people say that Penny's back, so the whole fall of Beacon is meaningless now. Even though Penny's death,
Pyrrha died.
Penny's death was the cause of the fall of Beacon.
Yes.
A result of. There were like still consequences for the fall. Pyrrha's death, Roman's death, Ironwood. In this whole volume is a consequence of the fall.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Cindy getting the full maiden power.
Yeah.
Because of the fall. Just Penny coming. Like, why would someone look at that and say, "Oh, now all the consequences of the fall don't happen"?
Yeah, like it doesn't
There are no
change
consequences.
anything.
Nothing didn't
Besides,
change.
we knew she was a robot. She's a fucking robot. You rebuild robots. Like, come on.
Right.
All right. What did you
But
guys
at least
choose?
he got consequences. At least he got consequences
Mm-hmm.
when it comes with Penny. She can't be rebuilt all the time.
Well,
Right.
at least until Pietro's aura's completely gone, because
Yeah.
he took out part of his soul to make Penny's
Man,
aura.
imagine him killing himself to keep his robot daughter alive.
Then she
Oh,
just
Oh,
dies.
that's really sad.
That would be true.
Some other reign of
Penny
thunder.
comes back and then she dies, and then she gets killed. She comes back again, and she gets killed
Comes
again.
around and builds her again.
All right, next
Imagine if she
person's
died and then
character.
Pietro
Okay,
died.
okay, yeah, what Lulu said.
I'll start with me first.
Well,
it's very basic.
Who and I have the exact same choice.
Maria.
Maria?
Yeah.
She showed up.
I choose Maria because this is the only episode so far, because 13's not out yet, where Maria plays any role, period.
That's true. Maria's
She briefly
awesome.
appears when they talk about Pietro's aura, and then she makes a cameo looking at the destruction that's going on. And a 12 to be like, holy shit, you beat up the Aesops. And that's it. That's Maria's whole role.
Yeah, that's true. That's all she's done
No,
this volume.
True.
I do have an issue with Penny, honestly, because the way she comes back, there's like this brief emotional moment, and then there's slapstick comedy, and then Ruby seems like she's trying moment, and Penny just like, bye.
Yeah, everybody's like that.
That's true. That was awkward.
Whole conversation was just, oh my
True.
god, Penny! Hi, Ruby. Hey, Penny! Bye.
It's true. You're not wrong.
I don't know.
Like, yeah, I get it. They kind of undercut what could have been a really good emotional moment, and like that was lame.
Yeah.
Penny was
But we
actually
got
in
our
chapter-
cute little Betty back. So does it matter? No, just kidding. It does.
I don't like Penny's hair. It's weird.
I don't like her hair, to be
Alright.
honest. I will agree
Yeah,
on
her
that.
hair is so weird. It looks
Thank
so blocky and chunky in the model.
I don't like what they did
But
with
yeah.
her bangs. What did they do to my girl?
Did those grim get?
Oh no, you cut off
And
for
get-
me, bruh.
Very kind of fucking dumb, so.
Well, yeah, but like you think
They're
that
fucking
the
dumb.
giant
They're
fucking
fucking
wall
dumb.
would
They're
do
fucking
something.
dumb. But they're fucking dumb, okay? That's all you need. What's your character?
Lulu.
It's the best part.
Oh wait.
Part, but
Hold on.
Beth.
If you guys
Yeah,
said
so-
something, you guys should probably repeat yourselves because it like cut off for me.
Oh, I was just telling Huan that Lulu really likes Adam.
Oh yeah, that's true.
He died.
Uh
Adam
huh.
wasn't in chapter 1, was he? Or
No.
1-7?
Was that her choice?
Nope.
It's official now. She's not allowed to change it.
I mean, you know.
Yep.
Adam being mentioned briefly is better than all the characters in that episode, because that episode had nothing for any of them.
Oh. All right. So Lulu's answer is Adam, just because.
Best character in
Yes.
chapter 1 was Winter, because Fat Man made a Raid Shadow Legends joke.
Batman Falls.
He's a guy who noticed me one time on Twitter.
I don't watch him. I'm not a RWBY hater.
I don't
so,
generally
I
watch him
wouldn't
either, but I do know of him, and I watch some of his.
People
abridged
make
sources.
RWBY
Uh-huh.
content?
I like his
get
not
reviews.
abridged.
There are these people called Rooster Teeth who make abridged versions of RWBY, and they like release them in volumes.
Yeah,
like,
we make the real
Why?
shit.
Why do Rooster Teeth think it's okay to just make a half-assed version of RWBY and release that? I mean, come on.
Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh,
Bootlegs.
ooh,
Everyone
ooh,
loves a
ooh,
bootleg.
ooh.
Nemesis said that was a joke.
I did not. I
Okay,
didn't say that was.
let's
Legal
move on to
reasons we can
episode
say
2
it was a
then.
joke.
I know what your favorite was. I think it was the same as mine, and I think the same as Kitty's as well.
Okay, yep.
Uh-huh.
For episode 2,
It's,
ship, and then a guy called Forrest talks, and they show up and talk to Ironwood for a bit, and that's it.
that's true.
Spoilers, man.
We just
The most
we should
boring
just
episode
have
ever.
Nemesis explain what happens in every episode.
I don't
Yeah.
remember what happened in episode.
Okay.
Oh no,
so-
episode 6 was the one with Tyrion, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Tyrion versus-
Yo. Okay, so any thoughts on the episode before you guys tell me what you guys chose?
Definitely the most boring episode. So
Oh.
boring.
Could be even more boring
I
compared
feel
to what
like
we saw before.
oh,
6.
someone's coughing, and it's not me.
I like-
We dying
And
out
it ain't
here,
me
bruh.
either.
We're dying out here. I'm just kidding.
We dying.
Or in episode 1, I'll just
Us here in
It didn't
Australia
have
are
Maria.
dying.
Yeah, it's hot over there.
Make it really fun.
To be fair, it's hot over
Funny.
here now because it's always hot over here.
Deserts.
Yeah.
It's hot? No.
The desert.
Okay, so
Definitely.
for episode 2, obviously I went with Ironwood because he's Iron Daddy, first of all. Have you seen the man?
Have you seen that man? Have you seen that man?
Okay, but aside from that, I I feel like this
He's on
episode like set up the whole like trust thing that's like the theme of the fucking volume. But they did it more with Ironwood than they did with like Team RWBY, because like he was willing to trust the entire world with knowledge of Salem, and like that's I'm still mad about like things that happened further on in this
Later
volume,
on the volume.
Oh,
Yeah,
right?
me too.
Because they're like, oh, Ironwood doesn't trust anyone, or like a lot of people like complain about that. I'm like, bitch, he wanted to tell the entire world about Salem. That was
Well,
He
his
has
plan.
every reason
RWBY
to
isn't
like
so
not
good.
trust people. He was
Exactly.
planning on doing it, but everything just fell apart.
Okay. Did it bother anyone else when like Team
And
RWBY
then,
and like Juniper were like, oh my god, do you know what's going on in Mantle? I'm like, bitch, he lives in the country. You came there one day and you were just like, we know all the shit. We know what everybody's feeling. We know everything, man. Do you not see this shit? And
I'm
it's
pretty
just
sure
like,
Iron knows Mantle is suffering a bit, but
And
he has
then-
to like think that's the whole, not just like the few.
and this
I'm just
episode
happy-
kind of introduces like the fact that Ironwood doesn't care how he looks, because that gets brought
Kinda.
up later, and that becomes a song by Caleb where we have Caleb singing, and yes, Caleb.
Yes, Caleb.
Yes.
Amazing. Go in. You don't know who that is probably.
He
Oh.
sung the song during What's First.
Like-
Yes.
That was a good fight.
Like,
was a
God,
good song.
Ironwood has gotten so much shit this volume.
Wanna
but,
imagine-
like,
Yeah, he's
I
gotten
feel
so
very
much
good
that
about
he really doesn't deserve.
like
He-
his plan
he's
was
only doing
basically,
what's
hey,
right.
let's unite humanity by trusting everyone with this important information about Salem, and then RWBY over there like, let's not tell him that Salem can't be killed. And it's like,
Until the
Bitch!
last minute.
It's funny because Blake says we'll back you up, we'll be there for you. But like, is Blake speaking for everyone there?
you know what's funny?
Like they all conference with.
Oh my god.
That's the same bitch that told Robin shit.
Right. You know, the same.
We're here for
Same
you,
thing if
RWBY.
they
We're behind Ironwood's
You can
back.
trust us.
Checking
And
that.
then she's like, oh, I'm not sure about this. Well, that's Yang, but I mean, the voice is more Yang than Blake.
I kind of knew immediately they were going to turn Ironwood into the antagonist, and in like reviews, I just keep saying, "Don't do it, please don't do it."
Mm-hmm. Also, when
And then they didn't subvert expectations.
Uh-huh.
Knew from the start was going to happen.
You know they're just gonna talk no jutsu him.
Yeah,
Probably
probably.
what's gonna happen.
Ironwood, you're being a
Depends.
bad person to the people you can.
No. No jutsu. Inspiring backstory.
It's not about destroying what you hate. It's about saving what you love.
Damn, Ruby, I'm gonna save the world now. You're epic. Let's go.
I once
And
seen
then
a-
Ironwood dies.
oh. I hope they don't kill him. Oh
Oh,
God!
no.
Oh no! I just realized something. What if they have like a Team RWBY versus Ironwood thing at the end of this
Ru-
volume?
I mean,
I
it's
I
possible.
will fucking scream.
Oh, you're just gonna beat up
already
old
gonna be, like,
people? Is that
24
what we're
minutes.
gonna do?
Yeah, they did that before.
Not that Ironwood's that old, but like, we're kids and
Beating
we
up
beat up
old
older
people.
people.
No.
Okay, so since I'm talking about Ironwood, I do want to say something. I feel
women?
like some of y'all are on Twitter, right? I know Nemesis
Yeah,
has one,
Twitter.
but he doesn't like interact with people. You should do that.
Mm-hmm.
But like the current discourse right now is people talking about like how characters' illusions like explain more about the characters, and that is, at least for me, has always been kind of false with RWBY. Like sometimes they'll like reference it, but like, you know, RWBY is only Red Riding Hood because of her aesthetic. She's not Red Riding Hood because of what Red Riding Hood like symbolizes.
Right.
And
Are we
Yang
to
is like
assume that-
Goldilocks, but then she's also like a dragon, and also like a phoenix, and also like a Super Saiyan,
Right.
and but she's also like the Beast,
Right.
and no, she's also like Beauty, and it's like, what?
Oh god.
I don't
not the
put a lot of
Beauty and the
weight
Beast.
into illusions.
No. What?
Oh no, Nemesis, I lost you. Oh,
It's the water all over.
oh no.
I'm pretty sure that's not very PG-13.
back in it.
Funny, two voices that piss on you, Salem.
Oh,
no.
bruh.
Danny,
I got bad news for ya. My like it cut off, so I have no idea what any of y'all said.
I heard all the gobbledygook they were
explain it
saying. It
very
wasn't
simply.
good.
Bro taking a piss on Salem.
Yes, they piss on Salem to beat her because she's basically the Wicked Witch, and you know, water's her weakness. So
yes.
they walk in with sweat
Oh.
and they melt her
That
arms
would be
and throw
so
peas on her.
dumb.
I
That
probably
would be
shouldn't
so
have.
dumb.
It's alluding to the original work
Asked.
that it copies.
Mm.
Imitates. Is based on.
Oh,
These
These
references.
characters were based
See,
off the
right.
with the
story
RWBY
packs,
characters, they're just loosely based off of the tales that
Right.
they're
like I
made
don't like that
after.
people are saying that Ironwood is heartless because he's the Tin Man, and then like the first time we see him, he shows a lot of heart. Like,
Man, he's
Right.
half human
And he
as
wants
well.
to smash Glinda, obviously, so he needs to have at
no,
least blood.
he
pumping
wants to
something.
smash
Stop!
Crow. He wants to smash
Duh.
Crow. Why do you think they hugged? It's not like Ironwood is a
Right.
human being with feelings and felt comfort seeing
No,
a
Ironwood
familiar
absolutely
face.
Yeah.
There's actually a line in I think episode 10 where what says something about let's see if the Tin Man has the heart to something.
I
And
get it.
when I was rewatching it to write a script, I just cringed so hard at that line. I wanted to die.
Point is, Ironwood has a heart. Fuck y'all that say he doesn't.
Right.
He Iron Daddy.
All right,
yeah,
so-
he actually had
He Iron Daddy.
He Iron Daddy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Iron
Okay,
Daddy.
so what did you guys choose for that episode?
Oh, Ironwood.
Mm,
Yeah, Ironwood.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
we all
Ironwood.
agree Iron Daddy rules. Mm.
He's big dick.
I need
energy.
water
That's
not
fine.
because I'm thirsty, but because my throat hurts.
Nah, you just covering. It's fine that you're thirsty, but you don't have to cover. We all know.
All right. Episode 3, Aesop's.
The episode where the Aesops team up with Team RWBY and John gets a bad haircut. They jump into a cave and they beat up a Grim that wasn't doing anyone any harm, and that's it. Jock's also there.
Oh yeah,
Jock's also
despite the amount of fucking
Jock shows
I
up and
mean,
he's
he's
like, yeah,
right.
I just want
Jacques
to
was
avoid you.
also there.
And you forgot the
Also,
important
you can find,
thing.
like, crab mice. Could you
The
imagine if we
Aesops
drove
don't
by
believe
crab
in the
mice and
power
they
of
just-
friendship.
Jock
Ooh.
to promote
Ew,
and-
friendship.
I'm
Just
Jacques
saying.
Schnee, and I was using that cave to farm my incredibly mutated chickens for my cheaply made crispy chicken fast food chain.
So does that mean
Oh no.
Oh, I'm gonna have some good audio to make like animations and
dust?
comics with. In, like,
Oh,
a year,
yeah.
maybe.
Memes.
No,
Memes.
A year.
stabs himself with dust and he's
Because I
screams in
always
pain.
say I'm gonna do something and then I don't do it. That's why.
Honestly, I feel that.
Alright,
Hazel's thrown up again? Yeah.
No,
Like,
except for the
he was
volume 6
barely in
intro.
volume 6.
who is?
Hazel. Hazel
I don't-
Reinhardt.
Oh, love him. Hazel, my
Yeah,
man.
he
Love
hasn't
him.
Big
been.
boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has been like a thing.
Yeah, that's true.
What's back
Yeah.
to life? We all know that his true life force is within that mustache. If that mustache survived, what happened was off screen.
No.
What's his mustache ripped itself from What's his lips, and it just grew wings and flew off into space. And
You
What's
don't
his
even have.
So
No,
that's-
actually, Watts' mustache is actually sentient. Get it right.
Mm-hmm.
I love how
Mustache is bisexual and is sentient as well.
Oh.
I love how in that fight Ironwood's method of getting out of being trapped by What's his rings is to just pull really hard.
I mean, if
And
it
look
works, it
at
works.
Ironwood would just yank
If
his
it
arm.
works.
How does he cut his arm off? You know?
Had his gun and blew his arm off. That'd probably
Mm.
show his dedication pretty well.
Oh, but that
That-
mean there'd be a lot of blood. They can't show that.
Oh, right.
No.
Like
Oh,
with
but
Close.
they did.
They did.
In
Well, actually, no,
silhouette
no,
form,
It's
and
so
then for
weird.
reals.
I couldn't shoot his arm off because he was
It,
out
it
of
took
buff then.
7 volumes for them to have the boss to show us a lot of blood.
They were I think they tweeted somewhere about people vomiting over it, and I just
I mean, it was
I
shocking.
it was
mean-
surprising.
I guess if you had to animate that, I don't know. I mean,
Eh.
With Mortal Kombat being like the most prevalent fighting game franchise right now, I feel like excess gore, but also is comical. You know,
I mean, I can't really judge. I like horror movies. I don't even care about the plot. I'm just there to
They
see the
got to
murder.
keep it PG-13.
So,
Can't
I
show
just
the
care about
blood
the
and the
murder.
gore.
That's fair,
They're
very
just
fun.
fun. So I'm
What are you
very
talking
used to blood. So for me, that was like, okay, cool. There's blood. That's nice.
I was more shocked at how Clover was not screaming in pain for having a sword that fucking thick jammed up his back.
He didn't have time to react.
He's used.
It was just
He's
like
used to getting penetrated,
dead.
so it's fine.
He's used to being.
It's fine. It's all fine. It's good.
That's not how he
Bit of a-
imagined being penetrated by Crow.
I'd
Yeah.
been like Adam and said. That would have made the moment such.
If you would have said that to me a couple of months earlier, it would have been bawling crying. But I'm fine and I'm done.
I feel like Adam had a bigger response to being stabbed than Clover did, because Clover was like holding full conversations, but Adam all he was like, oh, and then he died.
Yeah.
That's because he like. Oh no, he fell on his own. He just kind of took a few steps, fell down, hit his head on a rock or something.
and
I don't
boosh,
know.
fell
I
into
don't know,
the fire.
man.
It's
Clover?
it's inconsistent.
I don't know. Oh,
Probably
well, he
bleed-
stabbed.
He bled out real fast.
True, and he also just walked a couple of steps to die.
Guys, is this Cliff? Oh,
Yeah, that was
Oh.
weird.
Actually died. Posted from
You
the
know, if I
afterlife.
don't fall, I might actually live. Wait a minute. Uh-oh.
And then,
Bring it back as
yeah.
bro.
Yeah, it's like they wanted to do that on purpose so the fans won't harass them.
Like
All right.
General Grievous from Wilkes.
I
Hello
guess
there.
Clover just
Hello.
needed his moment. Really.
He needed his.
I did like that
Who's-
scene though, even though the stuff leading up to it was
It was
bad.
so bad.
It was
Oh my
bad.
god.
It was very bad.
Bad
Green.
decisions all around.
Supposed to be talking about episode 3 here, so you think we
Yeah,
should
we
probably
can.
get on to talking about that. What's your favorite
Topic
character,
number
Kitty? I know what it is, but why don't you tell them? Go.
You know, when I started drawing, when I did like the post on Twitter, I chose Harriet, but like every time I watch it, I watched it again, and I'm just like, man, Marrow though.
Marrow though.
But I remember choosing Harriet because I liked her personality, and like I kind of liked how she was kind of acting like with Ruby. She like we know that fucking Harriet. It's a weird name for a character, by the way. Just because it sounds like hair, like a rabbit. So okay. Okay.
Fine.
Like
Good
with
name for a
Ruby,
person.
she was acting not like a big sis, but more like a coach, sort of. She was like, "Hey, I recognize that you're good at this, and I'm also good at this." Like she's supposed to be super competitive, but she was like really nice to Ruby, and like
I
you
guess
know, giving her
supportive.
praise when she needed it and stuff like that. And it was just like, you know, she's cool. Okay, she's
Yeah,
just
she's cool.
But Marrow though.
Marrow though.
James put the whole Aesop on.
I don't know. I just like
All
like the
five.
chemistry between them all.
Yeah.
Standouts of being Mara and Vine, despite being named after a dead fucking Adam.
I would have gone Aesop, but I actually don't think Vine's that great. I just don't find him very interesting.
Well, you
See, with Vine, I was so off
I'm on
put
he's
the
by
like
his
the other
design.
Ren, is what he is.
Yeah.
The only difference between Vine and Ren is that Vine's even more Asian.
I don't know.
Ren-
He looks super white to me.
He comes off as a
The
Buddhist to me.
He
The difference
looks-
is that Ren's the guy who'd speak English in a Chinese accent, while Vine's the guy who would speak Chinese.
That's what Confucius said, everyone.
Perhaps.
Ren
I don't
is
know.
like Ren talk like
Vine
this, and
doesn't
Ren
look
would just
Asian
act
to me, but might be because he's like sickly pale.
The most sickliest of pales.
Yeah.
Vines are well known for being white, so you know.
Perhaps.
Yeah, I really didn't like Vine that much until like the later bits of the volume. The design was like a little off-putting to me.
Okay.
For Elm over Vine.
Elm's cool. She's
Great.
like
She's
Nora,
strong.
but like less.
She
No,
looks
wait,
funny.
I don't want to say less stupid because. Yeah.
Because of that thing she does with Blake.
Yeah, that thing
Yeah.
she does with Blake. Ooh, woo. I'm just kidding.
And dumbest choices in Ruby.
You're making a top 10.
I don't know.
It should be a top 100.
Here's the question:
I dare
What
you to
what
do
is
that.
dumber, Elm throwing Blake away, or Adam not shooting Blake when he had the chance?
We've already
'Cause, like,
established
it's
that
both
Ruby
pretty
is
fun.
bad at
It's not like
writing
in the
villains.
head.
They just nerf them to make the heroes win.
Yeah, like Adam still had the shotgun. He should have just blown Blake's goddamn head off, and then Yang would be like, "Oh no."
That's because
Oh, no.
everyone in Ruby is
I mean,
affected
I'll
by
draw that.
emotions, except for Team
Oh no, but they
Ruby.
can't do that because the original story, the Beast didn't kill Beauty. That's how that works, right? That's what makes sense, right? We know in the original story, Beauty and Goldilocks kill the Beast, right?
I
Oh,
draw
you gotta do
that
this.
of like Adam blowing the shit out of Blade.
Okay.
Like,
Okay,
Has
Lulu,
Lulu had-
what was your favorite though?
Okay, my favorite Clover. Loved him since like I liked his aesthetic and how he bounced off a crow.
Yeah, I
This-
agree.
Crow and Clover were like polar opposites, and I was like, oh, that's nice. That's really cool.
a fishing rod.
Yeah, they're good
Use
foils.
weapons.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think Clover has my favorite weapon of the ASOS because it feels the most Ruby to me because it's so stupid.
It's not
so
that.
dumb.
It's not
That was
stupid.
almost a compliment.
The bomb and the
Almost.
escape guns.
Well, no, I think because like Elm's just got a hammer with a big gun in it. Okay,
Vine's
that
got
already exists.
Electric hand things.
Vine's pretty much got no weapons. Period.
He
got his
got
aura.
his tentacles.
No,
Harriet's got
that.
fist. She's got
Very
Yangs
fast,
without the gun.
Very fast and
Clover's
furious.
is so stupidly dumb that I love it so much.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fishing rod. It's a blunt beat stick.
Wait, so just because he's trying to push the norm by using a silly weapon, is that the reason why he died?
Oh, actually,
Conspiracy.
fun fact: he's got that weapon because of the story he's based on.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, pretty much.
Clever.
I don't remember Red Riding Hood having a fucking scythe.
Also, don't
Neither do
remember
I.
Green Man having a gun. Ironwood really should be whipping out a big old axe.
Honest,
That'd be
a
cool.
gun
Like,
axe.
I still really remember Goldilocks turning into a dragon and fucking murdering the three bears.
I remember the scene where Goldilocks whips out a pair of shotguns on her arms and then punches the bears
As a
through trees.
dragon. I know what a dragon fucks.
Oh, the name Yang Xiao Long. Long means dragon.
Asian dragon. Okay, that's really bad. Okay.
I didn't know Goldilocks was Asian.
Oh no, I am Goldilocks. I here to steal your party.
Oh no!
It's okay. He's Chinese.
Oh
Yes,
no!
But he's also German?
Yep.
And I'm just Australian.
I don't know
Australian, right?
what he said.
Oh,
Yes.
I don't know either, but
I don't know either. I was just
I'm
speaking.
here for it.
I said,
Whatever you said, I'm here for it.
It's
Mhm.
I don't know how to say cunt in Cantonese. I don't. I just say cunt.
Demonetized. I'm just kidding.
You can make money off of video.
I did not know that. Gosh, I wish that were a thing. I'm just kidding. Okay, so Clover.
What happens in episode 4?
Hmm?
Like how good
Yeah,
Clover is.
let's move on. Yes.
Yeah.
Chapter 4, it is the chapter where they get back and then they get their meaningless licenses that don't really play a part in the rest of the series. Nothing else happens, but they have a party. Oh wait, no. Let's not forget they had a party and they were like, should we invite Oscar and Maria? And then Ruby turned around and was like, fuck them.
I don't remember Ruby saying fuck.
Oscar's a little fucking dweeb and Maria's so
Fuck
old.
Oscar.
Maria'll have a fucking heart attack on the way over. Do you really want that? I mean, I don't care, but you know, she already taught me to use a silver eye. Her character, she's old.
Hey Ruby, let's get a good decent talk scene in the middle of this.
I like the Crow and Ruby talk, but also
Same.
it's pretty much just, hey, Ruby, you remember that your mother's dead? Yeah? Well, she died. Oh.
It's
Cool.
characterization.
Later on, Salem says the
Oh,
same
no.
thing. And Ruby's
I'm
like, I am
dead.
not crying because I am sad that my mom is dead. And she's like, suddenly I do not feel any sadness and I'm ready to fight.
Y'all want to know what my notes for this episode says?
Hmm?
What?
It just says Marrow is husband.
Why?
That's such a mood.
Why am I a morosexual? Why do I like morons?
See, now you understand how I feel. That's all right. Join the club.
But my choice for this one was Crow, just because I like the speech.
Who else
And
is saying
because
that?
Crow and Ruby actually
Same.
act like family. Yang.
To each other.
That's really most of the episode's actual good points is just Crow's chat, because at least he's having a talk with his goddamn niece for once.
It's
Mhm.
characterization. Ruby doesn't do that a lot. It's
Mhm.
great.
When was the last time they had a proper chat? Was when he was not fucking on the tree, but he was on.
On the tree?
You know what? And she just sort of went with it.
You
Oh, is
cut
that a
off,
compliment?
bruh.
I would say thanks for stuff too.
My voice has changed, Ruby.
Yes, I'm Crow, and I'm gonna change
There's two voices inside your head now.
Oh, no.
Ruby.
Why is my internet shit?
Ruby.
Oh no. Why does it always cut off when you guys are doing that?
Yeah.
Oh, my internet is shit.
I'm the only one hearing this abomination.
Chapter 12, that's where my thoughts of him change.
Honestly,
so let's leave it
I'm
like that.
at least chapter 12 remembered that Crow actually knows how to fight.
True.
True.
6 he did all. Volume 5, he did piss all except get the ever-living shit beat out of him.
You're right.
Old
You're
man gotta
right.
get beat.
Got nerfed.
Ah,
And right up Tyrion 2.
Yeah, Crover's Tyrion
The
is
first one.
said in my chapter 12 review, but I take it all back. Crover's Tyrion is still my favorite fight from the series.
Ooh, better
Mm.
fucking up.
Except-
Channel.
Except maybe Ruby versus Roman and Neo. I also really like that fight.
Bump that up from honorable mentions now.
Honestly, it's because I talked to Media for a moment and he explained why it's so good, and I was like, yeah, you know what? That's actually a really good point. I agree.
that's nice.
So did he just like
Yeah.
Finna woke?
I pretty much just agreed because he was right with what he said. He said it was actually had a fight where teamwork was involved and actually had narrative importance.
And we put it on fucking honorable
They
mentions.
put it in honorable mentions. I feel bad about that now.
We can redo that list now.
Crow versus Tyrion and Clover was really well animated, but
Yeah.
they fight
It was
because
really
Robin
dumb.
attacked Clover,
Mm.
and because Robin attacked
Yep.
Clover, Crow attacked Clover to protect the character that he barely knows. Instead of talking and being like, "Hey, okay, I'm gonna go under arrest now if you want," he's just like, "Hey, how about we fight?"
Yeah.
Horrible chapter 12 was. Jeez.
Chapter 12. I was
Mhm.
too easy on it. It fucking sucks. It fucking sucks.
I was,
It did
I
have
was
the
so like
most
annoyed.
things that people can
Poorly
complain
made
about, I feel.
decisions.
Yeah. Like, I get it. I get why certain things happened, but why did they have to happen that way?
I think
Yeah.
Clover's death
Mhm.
and Jason's voice acting for Crow at the end are the reason that I actually was too easy on it.
Yeah. I think it was like a beautifully like animated scene, and it was like
The animations
set up
were
really good.
Yeah, it was.
The lighting, the
story.
mood, the acting, it was good, but like the reason it happened was bad.
Yeah.
People.
Everyone says
How
that
it went down was like really weird and janky.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so y'all agree on the crow thing, or do you guys have like a different opinion on who was best?
Her life until
all
chapter
4 of us
12.
agree, I'm pretty sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Yeah. Again, Crow's the only one that acts like Ruby's family.
Fuck, which
Yang, what
one's
the
it?
fuck?
Which one's chapter- Oh, chapter
Okay,
5.
okay, I would like to bring up one thing. Is it
Uh-huh.
just me or Yang and Ruby don't feel like sisters anymore?
They don't.
Yang-
See, like,
Yang has not had a single scene outside of her and Blake, aside from one shot of a montage where she is with Ruby.
mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean,
With
I
They
don't mind
feel
Bumblebee.
like they're like
I really
related.
don't. It's an okay ship. I'm very neutral in the Black Sun versus Bumblebee kind of like deal.
Bumblebee? Disgusting.
But-
Get that away from me.
Careful, I don't care.
My only
Bumblebee,
issue
more
is
like
that
Bumblebee, right?
it's prioritizing the ship over the characters. That's the only thing.
Yeah, like not having them exist separately was just so weird. And I'm still not over the fact that Blake never like actually had to like earn Yang's trust again, or their friendship was just repaired because Adam showed up. And they're like, oh, we gotta
Like,
kill this
they-
guy together.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's-
we're friends again. It's like
They have a-
y'all had
That
beef
should
with
have
each
added
other.
more turmoil to their relationship, and they should like talk.
I mean,
actually talk.
I understand why they
and
came
try
together.
to earn
I
each
just,
other's trust again.
Blake
Actually-
does nothing to like make up for
Think what
things she's
happened-
done.
Yeah.
No, Huan, you see what happened was when Yang hit Adam with the bike, Blake was like, oh shit, that's hot. And then she was just all down
Oh
with
my
Blake.
god.
The Ruby gods call upon Will Smith to say, oh, that's hot.
Yeah, that's
And
hot.
Will Smith created the
And you don't see it, but after the fight, Blake looks at Yang and she's like, "Hey Yang, going to have a quick shag?" And Yang's like, "You know what? A post-murder fuck is always the best kind of fuck."
And
Oh,
Will Smith was
no.
watching.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Oh.
You see,
What have
after
we
Bumblebee
done?
like fell and crashed, they wanted to rebuild Bumblebee, but they weren't motorcycle mechanics. So that's the best they could do.
Uh-huh. I don't like the fact that like when they reunite, it's because Blake just happened to be there, not because she sought out her friends. And then she wants Yang to forgive her almost immediately, and Yang's like, "Give me time." And then Blake is like, "But why?" And then the Adam thing happens, and then everything's fine. And it's like, I get it. They went through like some emotional shit together, but it's like
Right.
Blake never earned it. I don't care. Bad things happening to you does not excuse being a shitty friend. Okay.
So
Yeah, it doesn't excuse you from being a shitty person.
And I don't like that
regardless.
that was the foundation of starting the ship. And I feel like having them just always be together is so weird because you're like, it's unhealthy psychologically too, because you can't
They
expect
shouldn't
somebody.
be codependent on each other.
Exactly. You can't expect someone else to be your entire world or to fulfill everything you need.
Right.
You need things from people outside. And so it just kind of bothered me that we just stopped seeing Blake and Yang interact with other people for more than like a couple seconds. Like,
As
I don't mind the ship. It's just it happened in a weird way.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure that's like all the people is complaining about it because it's like it feels weird. It doesn't feel like they came together naturally.
Yeah.
this is actually a really good segue.
Yes, it is.
Okay? And then it feels like poorly written subtext of if you think that they shouldn't be together, fuck you.
Oh. Nemesis, no.
Maybe you guys shouldn't be working together so much, and then they do something that's not very impressive.
And Yang goes
then-
fucking
Like,
ballistic.
oh, nah, you guys are great.
Oh no, I'm losing you, Nemesis. Can you repeat yourself? I'm sorry, you kind of cut off.
You know how when Marrow turns to them and he says, "Hey, together so much, you need to branch out and work with us,"
Shit.
and they look at him.
Hold on.
That feels like bad subtext.
Mate,
Yeah.
that's what they're doing.
Marrow represents people who think Bumblebee's bad, and Bumblebee.
Rooster teeth.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. You cut off a little bit again, and it sucks. But I get it. Like the fuck you to the aunties was weird.
5 now because I just segued into it really well.
Oh, okay. Let's go. All right.
And then Team Funky appears, and then also Winter talks with Weiss. Jock says something really dumb, and everyone gets mad, but that's dealt with in the next episode. Like,
Like, yeah, you're right. Okay, that was a good one.
in the next in episode 6, they even do say that he announced that thing the night before election night. So literally, that whole riot is dealt with in one night.
Not how riots work.
Yeah,
That's not how it works.
that
at
is
all.
weird. That is weird that
Ruby,
they.
I was expecting for it to last like maybe a couple of episodes. Like, oh, it's just resolved.
I was just expecting to see RWBY deal with it, or just to see it be addressed, or like something on screen instead of, yeah, this happened yesterday. You know what, they did that a lot this volume. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Like one guy just goes up to
Riot.
Robin. It's like, "Hey, Robin, how do you feel about that riot that happened last night and was dealt with really quickly and had no consequence?"
A riot happened?
Oh my god, you reminded me. I really hate Robin.
Oh, this is also the
Robin.
episode that introduces Robin physically because she stops Ruby, Penny, and Clover.
Yeah.
From that.
And
Ew.
Clover's just like, "Hey," and she's like, "Oh, all right." Yeah.
Oh, you fishing me, I'm fucking off. Bye.
Yeah, well, you can't say shit to us because we got a fucking robot. Yeah.
Didn't Pyrrha do that?
Hey, Penny, once your use is up, I won't miss you anymore.
Oh.
Oh,
That's
Imagine
bad.
poor.
where Ruby Rose is a sociopath.
Oof.
Yeah,
I've
that
seen
kinda
those
sucks.
theories.
I've seen it.
Mm-hmm.
Heard them floating around, mainly from Nemesis.
Hey,
I'm
Kitty,
sorry, but-
favorite character this episode.
Clearly Winter, and it goes back to like the same reason I picked Crow the last time. They act like family. Again, the whole theme of this fucking volume is the trust thing, and then Winter, like, trusts Weiss enough to tell her about the Winter Maiden, which she didn't really
Right.
have to. And then she has like this speech about like choosing your destiny within like the opportunities you're given and how she takes pride in all that stuff. And they talk about like their shit life being rich. Just kidding. Their shit life with their asshole of a dad and all that stuff. And it's just like, this sounds like a conversation between siblings, and I'm here for it. And I like that, them uplifting each other and all that stuff, and like good character interactions. Give me more,
I would-
please.
I would be pretty pissed
Yeah.
if Anders got corporate and evil.
Yeah, that guy owns slaves.
Mm.
What?
So, yeah,
Are they
my
slaves
choice-
if you pay them?
I do
Depends.
agree on Winter. Actually, there
Most-
is
Oh, you can speak first.
there is something that bothered me. There's a line from Weiss in the conversation where she's like, sometimes people doing the right thing just say they are when they're just doing it for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
For a fact that they want that to apply to Ironwood when she says that, but it sounds a lot more like it's associated with Ruby. What she thinks is the right,
Right.
and Ironwood's trying to do the right thing for everyone in Atlas and Mantle for the most part, while Ruby's trying to do the right thing for her team and everyone. Selfish than Ironwood's is.
Wait, how's Ruby being selfish?
Yeah.
Just that it's more selfish.
Oh, okay,
to
it's more.
prioritize your team over your entire kingdom.
Um,
It's selfish.
I don't think they've ever put themselves before Mantle and all of that stuff. I feel
Before
like they've put their personal feelings before everything, but that's just because they oppose Ironwood's ideas. Even though,
So I
he earned his spot on the council and all that shit, so he is the law.
want them to stop Ironwood but fail to stop Cinder, and then everything goes to shit because they stopped Ironwood.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, that'd be great. I do want them to lose in some way this volume. I feel like they've been handed too many victories. Like, we always bring up Adam, don't we? Like, Adam being defeated by Blake with her just like hitting him in the head
He gave him
once.
a nice bonk.
It was just like he was built up so much, and then he went down like a bitch, and then they won against Hazel, Mercury, all of them, and it's just like, how?
The nerd
Barely any training. Didn't
Uh-huh.
do too much of anything. So they just easily beat the villains. It didn't make
I
sense.
felt like that one was very like hard to believe.
They were actually
although-
handed that one.
Yeah, they were really handed that one. It was so weird. And then in volume 6, when they beat our old lady Cordova or whatever, that old bitch.
Old white
I-
lady.
Old white lady, yeah, old white lady bad.
Metal Shoe.
You-
Oh my god, don't bring up Metal's show.
Metal Shoe, A, B, C, D, you can't see me.
Bring around the
Ew.
rosy, you can't oppose me.
Oh no.
Oh my
Like,
god. But like, I don't like that song, again, because the lyrics suck. But also because it's basically like, yeah, we're gonna go beat up this old lady. Woo! And it's like, okay. Like, she was doing her job. They try to steal a ship. She brings out the big guns. And then the chaos resulting from what they did causes this big ass fucking Grim to attack the city, and like they're still the good guys, come on, and just like
Yeah,
that one was
was
just
the
a weird one. That was just a weird ending. Like, yes, they saved the day, but they had, huh?
Sorry.
Juan has something to say.
It's very meaningless, but I want to say
Go.
it anyway.
You've been waiting a while.
I'm sorry.
A, Kitty, very good speech. I agree. B, Nemesis. I know that I downplayed. I'm just gonna downplay this by your last point with that. I just pick my characters based off if they get development or not.
That's good.
Yeah,
I like that.
yeah.
that's good. That's a good process, and I do think Winter was really good in this episode.
Yeah,
Mhm.
she was. So.
Not the episode we were just talking about a moment ago, which is from Volume 6, but this episode.
Oh, yeah.
one that's
We're
supposed to
all
be
over the
talking
place, aren't we?
Is
Well,
it bad that
it's
I like the other
fine.
two members of Team Funky?
That's a mean Kitty interrupting me.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Forgive
Hey
me.
guys, I want to talk about, and so this is why personally.
Oh my god, I'm sorry.
Oh,
Favorite character
oh
from-
no.
Yes. Did you agree with Winter, or do you have someone else?
For which one? 5? Yeah. That was my choice.
Oh, well, was Team Funky in this episode?
Yes.
Sparks? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think.
I like the new team members for Team Funky, Ivory and I think Cobalt.
Yeah.
Even though their designs were like kind of like I still like. I was
Mhm.
just happy that we get to see the rest of Team Funky.
Alright, alright.
What I had here before we move on to the last episode. Flint Cole, but
Flint Cole's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
he's
cool.
so.
He's chill.
Honorable mention for me is the stack of pancakes. Love that character. It's amazing.
They didn't appear in chapter 6. Fucking shake
It's
my
a
head.
shame. Like if the
That's
pile of-
called a segue, Nemesis.
oh yeah, chapter 6 about politics, and then Tyrion kills some people.
And that's the
That's it.
last episode we're going to talk about today.
Ren Snog.
Renora, yay! and also-
Snog? What is that?
I have heard it already. Nemesis don't. That's gonna sound really gay without video.
What is going on?
What is happening?
7.
It's okay,
Chapter
guys.
6.
He's
Y'all
legal.
Favorite character.
Y'all making out back
Go.
there?
Something bananas.
Bananas?
Banana.
Personally, I like oranges better, but bananas are okay.
Bananas.
Bananas are.
I had episode called A Night Off.
They're
Alright.
fruit.
So, Nemesis already did his thing.
Mhm.
The episode.
Do you guys want
Kitty,
to talk
what do
about the episode, or you guys just want to...
I liked it.
That's good. People
Yeah.
died.
People fucking
They
died.
killed all the MILFs.
Oh. They killed them all.
Sean's
Tyrion's
harem.
the only villain who's actually accomplished anything this volume.
What about Watts?
What? Somewhat?
See,
died.
I like Watts. He
Showed
was
up at
doing
night.
his hacker man thing. That was like the enjoyable part of the
Whole
episode.
plan
Mhm.
just led to everyone grouping together,
Hacker?
that.
I
and
don't
then
know.
he showed up as.
Unless the mustache theory is correct, and he's
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
you know they actually just didn't confirm that he's dead, and they just have him show up again at the end of.
By the way, guys, I'm alive. You know,
It'd be kind of stupid, but whatever.
I would much like.
I would actually scream. Actually,
I feel he's a competent villain.
he is a competent. He's
Yeah,
more competent
I
than the
like him
villains
better
that we've
than
been handling.
Cinder, to be honest. But
Who doesn't?
y'all know I hate Cinder.
Yeah, Cinder, the worst, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I like Cinder more than Salem because at least Cinder tries to get stuff done. Salem just spends all of her time
Monologuing, that's
sitting
it.
there and just trying to look creepy with her gigantic jumbo tits and doing fuck all with her stupid hair. Cinder tries to do stuff
That's true.
every couple episodes.
True.
I hope we get Salem like in the flesh, showing up like
Yeah.
The first time Salem shows up is at the end of the 7th volume, more than half a decade after the first volume. First episode.
All she does is
Half
sit
a
on her
decade later,
ass.
Salem finally.
It's true.
Hey,
Salem-
maybe
She's
she'll
lazy.
write the monologues in the. Don't give a.
Salem was spending all that time trying to figure out what to
You
say
stole that from me.
to break Ruby, but all she did was say, "Your mum dead."
Mom dead.
Your mom.
Your mom.
All she said was your mom. That was it. And Ruby lost her marbles as if Ruby was alive when her mother was still around. And when Summer was around, she was probably a little baby, so she probably didn't remember much.
So,
Yeah.
like Yang says that Ruby was torn up over. Like Yang calls Ruby a toddler. Not long after Summer left, means that at most Ruby was around 3 years old. So she would remember, but not very well. She'd barely remember, but not really much more.
I guess that's why she needed fucking I forget Jin's help to remember her mom, because that was the thing.
Could have like gotten the lamp and been like, "Hey Jin, what happened to my mom?" And Jin's just like, "Oh, she died."
She did.
Oh, she got hella murdered.
Yeah. All right. So, what do you feel? What do you? The biggest event of this episode was people fucking dying. What do y'all think about that whole thing?
Oh.
Woo woo, dead people.
Something happened.
It was cadaverific.
Oh my god.
Oh. All right. How do you guys
And-
feel
yeah,
about
no,
like the Grim attack? People losing their shit, never showing up on screen, and then it's just all resolved next episode.
That chapter.
It was
This-
worthless. It never should have been a thing.
I just adore the fact Chapter 6 ends and they're like, "Whoa, this is going to be a long, hard night."
Wait, this is RWBY.
Next
Everything takes place
episode,
over a
they're
night.
just dealt with, and like we
Mhm.
never brought up again. Next episode, suddenly they're just at Ironwood, and they're like, "We're in Ironwood," and he's like, "Why the fuck aren't you guys down there stopping people from doing the death?"
I mean, I don't care about Mantle. But fuck.
The death.
Okay, but do
Actually-
y'all think Robin was really stupid for having a victory party before who does that?
Yeah, that was
Well, I
really
think
weird.
the
That's
fact
like
that they were counting the votes before all the votes were in.
That's true. That's
oh,
weird.
it's really weird.
I mean,
Or, like,
I know why.
We don't
they
know.
did it so that-
Politics could work way different than our world, so I don't even know.
Although you know who we only know Australian politics, so we don't know if that's how it's
I
done
mean,
in
here in the
America.
U.S., what they do is like each state has their voting. We have electoral college. Once like an entire state's votes are in, they'll like count that, and like one state might be like 2 or whatever. I don't fucking and they tally that. They're like, oh yeah, this person won a red state, and they have blah blah blah, and I don't give a shit.
It's weird.
Our voting system is hella weird.
Complicated.
At least you guys can choose not to vote.
Oh, you guys are forced to?
Oh,
Yeah, you can find. They want to fine my grandmother for not voting when she's in a nursing home.
that's
Oh,
not how that works.
yikes.
Actually sent multiple fucking things into our mail, and I really want them to go to the nursing home and confront her and be like, "Why didn't you vote?" I want to see how that goes down.
Oh my god.
Bless your
Get out and
grandmother.
Oh.
My grandmother would go Super Saiyan and just wipe out the government.
Let's go.
The Australian
She is
government
ancient.
non-existent.
Oh God.
Now we're on politics.
Anyways,
Ew, politics.
I
Yeah.
can't imagine a version of this episode where Tyrion never showed up, still lost, and they're just all there at the victory party in silence because she lost. No Tyrion, just mass awkwardness.
Oh my god.
Okay, that whole like
Do you think-
setting up Penny was like really weird.
Mm.
Even though they weren't planning on it, but still that whole thing was like kind of pointless.
Y'all
It
think
didn't
she
really
would have
do-
had the same reaction if nobody died at her party?
Probably.
Like,
Probably
she-
just go ahead and blamed Iron.
Killed all these
She
people,
was still-
but actually they were just asleep.
Like, you know, she went hard
Yeah, right.
at opposing Ironwood after
But
she
actually,
lost.
Tyrion's semblance shoot tomato paste out of his hands.
Yeah, she was still like blame Ironwood, blame Penny, and like
Yeah.
That's why she wanted his burgers.
Burgers. Yee.
Shit.
What's her name? The
Sheep bitch.
sheep bitch. Marigold. I don't know. That's not her
Sheep
name.
bitch.
Sheep
What?
bitch.
It's
It's time.
He attacked
Time?
her, but
Time? Like, what?
time.
Yeah, time. Like the spice or some shit. Herb or some
that's
shit.
her name. He attacks her.
Oh, wait. Hold
He-
on.
He just fucking slice her throat open, plunge his hand right up her sternum, fucking
Jared, they
break
know
her
what they're
neck.
doing.
You can't do that. It's PG-13. You can't do that. Can't.
Oof. Do.
Guys, I'm just gonna.
Oh, yes,
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Man, as well.
So, my pick for this episode's Watts because A, he's amazing before he died, and B, actually in action for once, hacking and stuff proper. So,
It's pretty obvious. Mine's
Yeah.
Tyrion
And
because
it's-
he got stuff done.
and what's his mustache?
Tyrion, he's great. And
The only thing better than Tyrion's fucking cool ass tail.
What? What's cooler than Tyrion's tail?
Hale versus what's the
It's
mustache?
time for a not death battle. Tyrion's metal tail versus Watt's mustache. The winner is Jacques' mustache.
No, winning is John's haircut.
Blow
I-
haircut win.
ew.
The reason it gives all the other contestants cancer, including the tail.
Oh no.
That purple juice.
Bad purple juice.
Favorite characters.
I think Kitty's is Mero.
Yes, I actually made a video on that
Yeah.
one for once. But
Yeah.
I mean, my reason is like I feel like okay, aside from the everyone's like, oh, Merrick should have been able to do something, blah 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 blah. I cite shit that has been done to death. I feel like he handled it pretty well, and like the man is a tsundere, and I'm here for that because I really like when like
You're
Ruby
into
showed up
cinderies.
and he was like, "Oh, it's you guys. Don't get in the way." And but like you see his tail wag, and like I like his way of thinking. Like, it's so refreshing for me that we have a Faunus character that isn't like I'm a victim, I'm old this. I mean, Sun is like that, but like Blake isn't. Blake is like, you know,
I mean, but
how she
let's
is.
not talk about Tyrion. Tyrion's definitely not about being a victim. He's just fucking crazy.
He makes
He makes
victims.
That's the point. Yeah, Tyrion's good, and but like
Yeah.
Burgers
a
and
character we're supposed to like that isn't like trying to use the race, isn't trying to like pull the race card, because he's like,
Right.
yeah, I know what you're trying to do. I know what you're trying to do good things, but do it within the law. He doesn't feel like he's above the law because, you know, his personal circumstances or whatever. And I like that. I respect that. And like
Right.
he's friendly, he's nice, he's kind of like the big brother to like Team RWBY when he interacts with them,
While
you know?
being the little brother to the Aesops.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, you know, he's the brookie, but he's friendly, and like I feel like it really showed because when that shit happened with Penny where she got framed, like his first thing was stop the crowd from running, telling Penny to just go, you know, so she wouldn't get attacked, you know, make sure Penny is okay. And then he made sure that Time was okay. And then then they shot an Era. And like he's not a bad guy. He's like really
Right.
like I can respect the way he is. He's just like, do the right thing. And even, aside from like his you'll follow the law thing, it's like he's just a really good guy and he has a good head on his shoulders, even though
Right.
he's supposed to be stupid or something. It's like, he handled the situation pretty maturely, and like, he read the situation. He's like, you know what, we need to get Penny out of here because she is now a target. And it's like, underrated, man. He's good. I like Meryl.
He's the best boy. But I like
Mm-hmm.
Time for this episode. I don't know. She's doing her best. She trying.
She cute.
Her semblance is interesting as well.
Uh-huh.
So Ash,
Yeah.
what do you think? What's your favorite? Is it?
Yeah, I said Time.
Uh-huh.
Cute.
Yes, she cute.
She bitch.
I like the relationship she has with Robin, where she's like so trusting of her.
I
And
was just talking about, didn't Ruby
Yeah.
go down and like see if Thyme was okay, and then Robin just slapped Ruby out of the way with her big arm?
Yeah, she just pushed
Yeah.
the shit out of her.
yeah,
Get away.
get off my woman.
Right.
Get your own
Really
bodice.
like As an Australian, there's too much temp for me to make a New Zealand joke about Robin. I really don't want to though.
I don't know where you're trying to go with this.
Cheap jerk.
Yeah, it's very common in Australia to make jokes about New
Zealanders
Zealanders
are apparently
and
sheep.
sheep.
How much they really
They
like
like
sheep.
to fuck sheep. Yada yada yada.
I thought that was Scott.
Land of the sheep.
We love doing that too down here.
What?
We call all poms poms.
What?
What?
Poms used to be an incredibly
Poms are
offensive
British
term.
people.
Oh, for.
Oh, that's
it used to
weird.
be a very racist term apparently, but then because we used it so endearingly, they were just like,
Australian terminologies is
So
as
what, love?
confusing as Ruby's chances of being good.
Oh.
story Australian slang.
Yeah.
AC to Akadaka. That's apparently a short.
That's so bad. What?
Mhm.
That's so bad.
Mom.
Mom.
Fuck you say it.
Mom. I think that's all we have though, right?
Yeah, that's all we're
Yeah.
doing for today.
We're
Yeah.
just going to organize our time and talk about 7
Yeah.
to 13.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna wait until the finale so we can talk about the rest. I'm just
The
calming.
bumble bitches.
Do you think when we do that, we should then talk about our favorite character over the whole volume?
Yeah, we should. We should. Yeah.
No, but
Ironwood!
It's just gonna be
Ironwood.
everyone talking about Iron Daddy and being like, yes, 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 yes.
Daddy.
What?
Okay, but Caleb's song, that was amazing.
Oh yeah, I love it. I'm glad we're getting a lot of like guest singers. We needed
Yeah,
that.
because it's kind of overused at this.
Together for a song.
potentially be in the finale.
Like,
maybe.
what if in the finale, Caleb and Jonathan both get together and do a song for Ruby?
That would be
Oh my
great.
God, that was
oh my God,
amazing. That would be
yes.
everything.
It's
That
hilarious.
would be everything.
Throughout all of it, so.
I just remembered that Caleb covered Red Like Roses Part 2 with Casey, and he just blows. It's really funny to me.
You could offer me, but I know what you were saying.
I
know.
actually think Casey sings better in the cover of Red Like Roses Part 2 than she has since Volume 3.
Maybe it's because she was trying a different, like, singing style, perhaps? She was trying to sound older instead of younger, perhaps?
Sound.
She was singing the role of her mama.
Uh-huh.
Caleb was singing the role of her.
Yes.
He
He...
knows everything she's about to do.
He-
She knows.
Strange, isn't it?
Oh.
Down with the bumble bitches.
You had to put that.
No sexual ones.
You're just like, I'm gonna wait for my chance.
Fucking Yang with that Will
Yeah.
Smith watching again. I'm
Chapter
not gonna
13
watch.
needs a vicious sex scene between Yang, Blake, and Sun, with Will Smith watching and his son there.
Oh my god.
I'm glad that cut off, to be honest.
Watching like, I don't approve of this. This is not God. This
But
is
then
just
Will
wrong.
Smith also kills. Adam
This is
again.
not halal.
If
Oh.
Yang was replaced with Sun in that scene, and he was like, "Oh, you're fucking another faunus, Blake? You know, that's all right. That's okay. I'm cool with that."
How did we get here? How?
I don't know. I don't know.
Down with the bumblebee bitches.
And then I had to make it worse.
Do y'all have any closing statements?
Goodbye first. Goodbye, losers. Not use the people watching. You're a loser. No, you're.
What?
Okay,
I am not a loser.
you too, nerd.
I am.
This is the only loser here.
Pobrecito.
That's mean.
To this. Goodbye, loser. You speak of poo-poo.
Why are you so mean to me, Deku?
Wait.
Why
What
do
is
you
this
bully me so
overlap?
much?
This happens whenever I have a conversation with them. They just break into character.
Amazing. Wonderful.
Stop being mean to Deku!
Deku, all of your rudeness has made my heart explode with sadness.
Oh, I don't care
Yeah,
about
like
Bakugo.
We don't care. I don't care.
I do like Bakugo, though. He's the best. Exploding
Deku!
Gremlin.
I
This
understand
isn't
your
even about RWBY
opinion.
anymore. We're just
I respect you
My
and your
Hero
opinion
Academia
on
bridging it
Bakugo.
up here.
Yeah.
It's alright. So yeah,
respect
you guys
you
have
about your
anything to
opinion
say
about
about
Bakugo.
RWBY? RWBY.
Yeah, RWBY.
Don't watch it. Watch My Hero Academia abridged instead.
That plug.
Gotta,
Yep.
gotta,
And watch
You
the
guys
abridged.
plug is amazing.
hmm
Same days. Same does so. You better off
Did.
watching that.
You can watch
Yeah.
RWBY, but just don't take it seriously.
Enjoy the show. Don't be an ass. Don't attack
Yeah.
people on Twitter over your differing opinions.
Please.
That's
Don't
all
be
I
those
gotta say
assholes.
about RWBY.
Asshole in general. Looking
Yeah.
at you, Ruby ship.
Don't take ships
The
over.
asshole Colonel Blue Commander guy who I might not remember.
Oh,
Oh.
no, you
Blue
gotta bring that
Commander,
up.
Oh.
Something I
Blake
won't
is
say.
best character of all time.
Blake is the
What?
greatest character of time.
Really?
Fuck all hates Blake criticism. I still fucking hate Ruby ship freezer burn. I fucking hate Ruby ship Anidana or Animo.
I just wanted him to do the voice, let me be honest. That's why I brought that up.
Sorry, as a brown person, I disapprove of Blake.
Fucking settle
Oh.
down with the giant mammoth.
I'm also brown,
Hey.
just not as brown.
Kitty, when
You're
you
still a brown person.
you should draw a picture of Ironwood doing something really cool.
Existing.
Like say
Just
he-
draw Ironwood pistol whipping Blake.
I
That's
will-
cool.
I will, Huan and I would commission, if we could, a picture of Ironwood
Oh,
decking
you
Ruby in the
stole
schnoz.
commission idea from me.
We
I
split
do
the
need
cost.
money. Money is good.
I need the money.
Yeah, Lulu also draws. Give her money!
I do art too, and my art's pretty
Alright,
good.
alright. Since we're plugging, even though we should have ended this video like way sooner. But
Oh, wow.
if you guys want to plug something, do it.
Anyways, that's been me and Nemesis. Any closing remarks?
Please follow my Twitter at Galaward. Please, and follow and like my shit
We'll
posts.
probably put links in the description.
Yeah, I'll
Most
do that. I'll
likely.
do that. And I'll probably pin like a comment because no one fucking reads descriptions. Let's be honest.
I
Wait,
read descriptions.
I thought that, and I started adding a lot of jokes to my descriptions, but it seems a lot of people do read my descriptions.
Oh, that's
One
because
time I
you're
wrote-
funny.
If you read the description, type Bob Steve is the only god, checkmate atheist, and like 5 people did.
Nice.
And one time I wrote a
Nice.
description that had like a quintuple negative.
Checkmate Christian.
What?
Like, I don't not dislike this episode.
Oh my god, I remember that. I remember that, yes.
People
I-
trying to decipher it. So people read my descriptions sometimes.
I,
Yeah, they keep fucking.
I have
because
nothing
you're
to
a
plug
Ruby
but myself because
Hey, the
people
Ruby
are
head, the
already
Ruby
here,
head, the
so
Ruby head.
what do I have to do?
Yeah, plug,
have a
plug
Twitter.
yourself.
But-
we should commish Caleb to make a
Follow
song.
Kitty's Twitter.
Yeah,
She
at
makes great art.
Kitty-Shima art.
Follow Kitty.
Follow Kitty.
Just
Ruby
not
head,
in
Ruby
person,
head,
that'd be
Ruby
really
head,
fucking
Ruby
creepy.
head, Ruby head,
You know,
Ruby head.
people do that. I'm just kidding.
Follow her online, and if you follow her in person, I will end you.
And I'm Latina, so I'll probably hit you with a chancla if you try. Just.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I will fly from Australia if you harass Kitty, and I will end your fucking life.
Okay. On that note, thanks
Alright,
for
I think that's a
listening.
wrap.
That's a wrap.